Hey guys, it's August 21st, 2022. It's been a while since I did a Bible Moto video, but this is number 4. So we're going to talk about braking today. How to use your brakes, when to use your brakes, most importantly, do you use your brakes? Braking is very important in motocross, dirt bikes. I guess if you're not using your brakes, you're probably not going fast enough. So if you're not using your brakes, you're also really only utilizing 50% of the bike. You know, you got your throttle shifter, but you need your brakes to slow down. And they're used for a lot more than just slowing down too, and I'll go over a little bit of that in a little bit. So first of all, are you using your brakes? Some people are afraid of the front brake. Some people forget completely about the rear brake and only use the front brake. You really should be using both of them. The front brake, you're going to get 70% of your braking power from your front, so you need to learn to use that front brake. Don't be afraid to get on it hard, but you can practice that just a little at a time in a field in a straight line, and just learn to see how much you can actually squeeze that front brake. You want to squeeze the bike with your knees, lean back, get on that front brake hard a little at a time. That's how you just get used to how it feels. Same thing with your rear brake. When you're slowing down in a corner, unless you want to power slide into a corner, then you can lock up your rear wheel, but usually that's not the case. You want to be at full control. You don't want your wheels locking up. You don't want your rear tire skidding out, so you need to learn to feel that rear wheel and what it's doing. You want just enough rear brake to slow down, but not locking up. Again, that's going to be, you're just going to have to practice that, learn to feel what it's doing. When are you going to use your brakes? So obviously, to slow down when you're coming into a corner, you want to get the majority of your braking done before you enter that corner. A lot of times with a tight hairpin, you can use that front brake to squat your front end down, and that'll help you turn better. So in that case, you'd be on your front brakes all the way into the first turn, into the turn, and as you sit down into the seat, pivot at the same time, getting on the gas. Again, this is not going to be like a technique video, but just to get you guys thinking, to learn these techniques. There are other videos out there that go through this step by step if you want to learn more, but I'm just going over the very basics here. But yeah, front brake, rear brake, learn to use them both together. Another thing you can do, and oh, by the way, I'm very thankful I got my brother helping on the video today, so I'm not holding it myself. I'm sure he's going to do a lot better job than I do holding that camera. So we're going to look at the entrance to this corner here. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but coming down a big hill around a slight bend. It's a little bit choppy. What you can do when you're going through really choppy braking bumps, your back end will start to kick up and kind of get you all out of control. What you can do that'll help calm your rear end down is drag the rear brake. You just want to drag it just enough to settle your shock down. It actually works quite well, and it'll help your rear tire stick to the ground. Again, try it out, see how it feels like. You'll learn how much pressure you actually need. You don't need a lot, but just enough to make that back end stick. Yeah, it works pretty well. All right, so I guess the most important part of these videos, I love talking about the dirt bikes, but more importantly, I want to shift over to the focus on the Bible, the Christian life. How is this going to relate to that? I want to thank my Uncle Guy. He spoke a word yesterday about, as Christians, we need to learn to use the brakes. And as soon as he said that, I was like, oh, that's awesome. He spoke it so well. I thank you, Uncle Guy, if you're watching this. I appreciate you. But yeah, so as Christians, we get so busy with life. Life goes so quick, and we tend to miss all kinds of things, all kinds of opportunities. We need to learn to hit the brakes. Slow down. When does God want you to slow down? Of course, there are times when we need to get things done. Life goes on. We got to work. We've got to work hard for our boss. As a Christian, we should be doing that. But yeah, when are you going to put on the brakes? When are you going to slow down and take time for God? Take time for your family. Take time for your kids. Take time for other little priorities. What needs to get done that you're not doing? Most of the time, I think a lot of Christians, I know I fall into that category, is the time to listen to God. Listen to what He's saying. That is definitely the time we need to hit the brakes and stop. That way He'll guide us. At the same time, kind of like when I was talking about dragging the rear brakes through bumps, life gets bumpy, life gets hectic. Sometimes we need to get on the brakes through that stuff, and that can be stopping and reading the Bible and listening to God, His Word, His direction in your life, and that'll calm everything down, straighten out your path. God works every time. We just need to take the time to listen to Him. I'm going to read a couple scriptures. Psalm 27, 13 and 14. I believe that I shall look upon the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait for the Lord. Be strong and let your heart take courage. Wait for the Lord. So there it is, waiting on God, putting on the brakes. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make straight your paths. We don't understand sometimes, we don't want to hit the brakes, but we need to trust God in knowing that there is a reason for us to slow down. There is a reason that we need to stop and listen to what He says. We don't want to make a wrong turn. We don't want to blow through the corner and end up in a tree somewhere, spiritually speaking too. We don't want to just go right through God's plan and go the other way, because that never works. It never works in our favor. God knows what's best for us. I also want to thank my friend Alexandria, because I shared some of this with her, and she was saying, sometimes we forget to even put on the brakes. And so just like with motocross, do you even use your brakes? Do you use them for their full potential? As Christians, are we just so busy with everything around, do we forget? Yeah, that's easy to do. I just want to encourage all of you again, whether you ride dirt bikes or not, whatever you do, you can watch these videos. They're for everybody. They're not just for dirt bikers, but that's my passion. And I want to thank my brother again for being on the camera, behind the camera. And until next time, God bless. Train hard, pray harder. All right, see you next time.